ಗಿಲಮಾರಿಗೆ ರಾಗರತಿಯ ನಂಜೇರಿತ್ತ ಆಗ ಸಂಜೆಯಾಗಿತ್ತ ಆಗ ಸಂಜೆಯಾಗಿತ್ತ.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final episode of Sangeeta Katti's interview. As we wrap up, I would like to reflect on tremendous success of the previous episodes. We have received an overwhelming response and I would like to share a review with you to showcase the effectiveness of Spark interviews. RNJ says, wonderful lyrics, singing with your heart, Dasavani, Abhangas, Vachanas, Saptaswaras, and the last one, Ananda, brings tears of joy. Well done, Sangeeta Akka. In Taittiriya Upanishad, it says, Raso Vaya Saha Yam Labdhva Anandi Bhavani. With that rasa, my heartbeat and respiration goes on, which you have proved right. Words fail to describe the ecstasy, happiness. In this episode, Sangeeta Katti shares her experiences and interactions with legendary figures such as Mother Teresa, Pandit Ravi Shankar, Ra Bendre, SP Balasubramaniam, and Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. It is truly a privilege to hear about her encounters with these remarkable individuals. Furthermore, get ready to be electrified by Sangeeta Katti's rendition of Vande Mataram, a song that has gained immense popularity not just in India but also on international platforms. In conclusion, I hope you thoroughly enjoy this last episode of Sangeeta Katti's interview, as it promises to be as captivating and inspiring as the previous ones. Thank you for joining on this remarkable journey. Sangeeta Katti, welcome to the 4th episode of our Spark interview. Firstly, I would like to ask you, can you give some advice to the present generation of kids who are pursuing music?
Very tough to say, Sahana madam, because today's generation is very brilliant, very intelligent, and they are focused and they want to achieve something in the field of art, music, dance, composing, and any fine art for that matter. कुछ हटके वो करना चाहते हैं other than studies. They are brilliant in studies also.
Correct.
So the generation is so advanced today that they can excel in whatever field they go, not necessarily one. They can do multitask at a time. But if you choose your career to be a musician, there are certain kaidas, some do's and don'ts. Don'ts को पहले देखना चाहिए, जो हमें नहीं करनी है. If you ask me, how do you think, how do you feel about your journey करके, if somebody asks me, I feel that I just opened my eyes, like my Guruji said, अभी बाहर अभी आई हो, अभी आँख खुली है. So every day, each day I open with a new horizon. Each day is new to me. राग शुद्ध कल्याण हो, राग भूप हो, राग यमन हो, राग मालकंस हो, राग भीमपलास हो, राग तोड़ी हो, कोई भी राग हर दिन नया लगता है. मतलब there is so much to learn. Not just one talim, not just one baitak, not just one practice is enough. Because every time, each time it is different. So each day I wake up with new thoughts. I mean, because they are not my thoughts. They are all Guru given. It's a Guru Prasad. So they have given us so much. The parampara has given us so much that one janma is not sufficient. So I would love to be a student forever. So for today's generation, today's brilliant generation, it is not an advice, it is just a casual opinion. It's up to them. Because when I was small, when I was young, there was not much of technology. There was not much of these advanced facilities studio wise, even the sound system, even the live concerts and all. It was not that much advanced. And there was no media. The only media existed was the print media. We used to sing and the press reporters used to sit and whatever they write, that is the truth. I mean, that is there. But उस ज़माने में जो भी कलाकार ऊपर आया है, उभर आया है, I think they have had this blessing of meeting or seeing or hearing or learning from the great stalwarts of classical music. So we grew up listening to the cream of people, and today we are living in this technical world. So today's generation should try to understand the yesteryear's mehnat, should try to understand the parampara which was laid many years back by all these musicians, and they should keep listening to all these people and take the best out of it. Or if they learn from a guru, from a proper guru, nothing like it. So to find a guru, it is so difficult, and for a guru to find a shishya also today is difficult, because everybody wants it to be done fast. Not only in music, in every field the speed has increased, but there is no shortcut to music. There is no shortcut. I really bless them through heart that they traverse at least for some time in a day through this beautiful journey of music. Avalokana, there is a pada in Kannada. No? Avalokana, what do you mean that in...
self-awareness?
No, Avalokana, to see how the journey goes.
Okay.
To contemplate on the journey, something like that. I mean, you can take it. So you have to listen to the music, you have to listen to what the stalwarts have said. You have to keep listening to the same rag again and again to understand how the rag unfolds. I don't say the rag goes, the rag proceeds, the raga unfolds. इतना सब कुछ रहता है, उसको बाहर आना है ना, it has to unfold. So this understanding in music makes them complete. And with their brilliance, Sune pe Suhaga, they can create wonders. I wish them all the best. So, using the technology and dedicating themselves honestly to the field, they can excel and they can sustain. Sustainability is a very big question in today's era. If you want to sustain, you are brilliant and you have the whole of technology in front of you, in your hands. The whole world is in your hands. But honesty and the dedication comes through your soul and mind. So make it as pure as possible, because music has given us so much, is giving you people so much. It has given us the status, it has given us the shan, shaukat, shohrat, and the position, and the lavish life to many of the musicians, and badi badi gaadiyan, bangle, sab kuch diya hai, and popularity, and the most important is lakhs of millions of followers, millions of fans who are godly. I see God in my fans. They connect us to the Almighty. So music has given you so much. आपका भी तो फर्ज बनता है ना कुछ देने के लिए. क्या देंगे आप? सुर हमारे नहीं है, सुर तो ईश्वर है, सा परब्रह्म है, जैसे हमारे गुरु कहती हैं, सा परब्रह्म है. जो भी करोगे ईश्वर के लिए करो, अपने लिए खुद करके क्या है, मतलब यू डू इट फॉर हिम, यू सिंग फॉर हिम. सो इन द फॉर्म ऑफ योर डेडिकेशन एंड भक्ति, देने वाले हम कोई है नहीं, बस डेडिकेट योरसेल्फ, be honest to your profession. That's what, to be precise. That.
So Sangeeta ji, you have received lot of honors and accolades both on the national and international platforms. So as an acclaimed artist, how did these eminent personalities influence you?
At the age of 7, when I was in second standard, I was blessed to get the blessings of none other than Mother Teresa. And she had come to Hubli to address some gathering there, very big, huge rally. I had a lesson about her in my English textbook, and I just was after my dad that I have to meet her. The security was so strict, and my father somehow managed getting on the backstage, and he just held me, and he just made me stand in. She was almost on the exit thing after her speech. Then on one of the steps I stood, and he said, she's my daughter, she's your big, she's so much in praise. I mean, she studies about you, and she's wanted to meet you and take your blessings. She sings very well in Hindustani class. So whatever he said, then Mother Teresa, she just did like this to me, and God bless you, my child. These were the words. Something like that. And I have had the privilege of meeting so many leaders like that who have blessed me wholeheartedly.
Sangeeta ji, you have met Pandit Ravi Shankar, and how was your experience and interaction with him? How did you feel talking to him?
He's such a great personality. He's such a greatest of great musicians. And he is not only the personality whom every musician wants to listen to, wants to talk to, wants to meet, and wants to stay for some time in the aura of his music. It so happened that I had got an opportunity to present his Thumri compositions, to sing his Thumri compositions for a Kathak recital, and that was from Akashvani Bangalore when it celebrated it. One particular unit was celebrating Silver Jubilee, and the chief guest was Pandit Ravi Shankar ji. I didn't know that, in fact. In the studio, they recorded these Thumris composed by Pandit ji, and which were sung few years back, I mean much before, by Lakshmi Shankar ji in an LP. This was Sajan aaye in Kiravani. Natanagara ati sundara, Natanagara ati sundara, lochana vishalanand kalala Natanagara. Some one Natanagara and 2 Thumris. I recorded it, and later on I didn't get any I didn't get the information that it was going to be presented on such a date and all. But Pandit ji and Lakshmi Shankar ji both were there as a guest of honor to witness the Kathak by Nirupama Rajendra, and the vocals was mine. He asked, in the very first composition, he asked the director, station director, All India Radio, who is the singer who has sung these? It cannot be Lakshmi. Then Lakshmi ji ने कहा नहीं, ये मेरी आवाज़ नहीं है, मेरा record नहीं है ये, लेकिन किसने गाया? Then the director Akashwani, he told him that we have a vocalist here who is Rajguruji's and Kishorita's disciple. Her name is Sangeeta Katti, and usually she sings for our Akashwani. She's a graded artist from Akashwani. I would like to meet the lady. Then the director called me. Sangeeta ji, we are very sorry that we couldn't invite you for this function. We should have done that, but it's my mistake. I apologize. But tomorrow morning at 8:30, you please go to Windsor Manor. Pandit ji wants to meet you. I said, oh my God. We rushed. In the morning, exactly at 8:30, the door was opened, and we did namaskar. And he said, you are the one who sang? I couldn't speak. Then I said like this, तुम किशोरी की शिष्या हो? मैंने कहा हाँ. बहुत अच्छा बेटा, बहुत उम्दा गाया आपने। हम लोग वही बात कर रहे थे कि ये लक्ष्मी जी की आवाज़ तो नहीं है, लेकिन यहाँ पे बेंगलोर में किसने गाया है? तो यू आर ब्लेस्ड टू हैव बीन द शिष्या ऑफ नन अदर देन किशोरी जी. किशोरी, ही यूज्ड टू कॉल हर किशोरी. अड़े रहो, अपने गुरु को मत छोड़ना, वॉट एवर इट इज, जितना हो सके उतना सीखना बेटा, एंड साधना अपने आप खुल जाएगा रास्ता. दिस वर द वर्ड्स एंड माय ब्लेसिंग. कभी आओ सैन डिएगो, कभी आओगे तो डेफिनेटली कम एंड विजिट अस. हमारा एक छोटा सा विद्यालय है, छोटा सा घर है. आइए. लवली मीटिंग है, लवली मीटिंग. सेलेस्टियल पीपल, यू नो.
Sangeeta ji, can you, you have interacted with the famous poet of Kannada literature, Ra Bendre, who also hails from Dharwad. Can you just sing a few songs of his?
I go back to Dharwad. My Dharwad days were the most beautiful days. Even now I feel that, there is a word in Kannada called Dharwad the Sogadu. वो मिट्टी जो है ना वो अलग ही है. So I feel so proud that I belong to Dharwad. And Dhara Bendre Ajja, Ambika Tanaya Datta. What should we call him? Dattatreya Ramachandra Bendre. It so happened that I was 8-year-old girl and I had an opportunity to sing an invocation as a child prodigy in one of the very important gatherings in Kadapa Maidan. Now there is a Mansoor Kala Bhavan built there in that place. Kadapa Maidan it used to be called then. Kadapa Maidan, all big, ceremonies, big rallies used to happen. That was, I think it was something from police department, all the IPS officers and all the commissioner. I still remember the commissioner then, Dharwad district commissioner, Irni Rai, unka naam tha. And PS Naik was the IPS, he was the police commissioner.
What was your age then?
I was 7 or 8 year old, probably. So I stood on stage, I was called upon on stage and my dad took me and I stood on stage and I started singing this particular song. I didn't sing it this way. I sang it. Straight I used to go in front of the mic and straight I used to sing without any fear, because I didn't know, I had not learnt. I was definitely under the tutelage of Dandapur sir then, learning sargams, but I didn't know what to sing and how to sing and how much to sing. I used to just go and after the song, it so happened there was an old man sitting in the last chair from the dignitaries of the dais. The old man he took me on his lap and he said, "Yeshtu chanda haadtiyava neenu? Nin hesarenu? Kya naam hai tumhara? Itna sundar gaati ho." So मैंने कहा मेरा नाम संगीता कट्टी. अच्छा कट्टी. Then my dad stood there and he said, "Katti Professor Magul." So he said, "I have written many songs. I'll give you all the songs. You should go on singing everywhere." Those were the words spoken by Dattatreya Ramachandra Bendre himself. I didn't know, I was not aware that he was Bendre Acha himself. I said, okay. And I got down from the stage and my dad said, "Do you know who spoke to you?" I said, "No, the one who wrote this song, what you sang today." See, because I was so much blessed, the ultimate blessing was that I got it from none other than Ra Bendre, which paved my way of, musical journey in Sugama Sangeeta through his songs, through his numbers, through his compositions. see Ashwath sir, the renowned composer from here, he used to always say, Bendre ನೀವು ಹಾಡಬೇಕ್ರಿ, he used to say. So Bendre, maybe Bendre Ajja, whatever he blessed me that day, maybe that came out to be true with songs like
ಮುಗಿಲ ಮಾರಿಗೆ ನಾಗರತಿಯ ನಂಜ ಏರಿತ್ತ ಆಗ ಸಂಜೆಯಾಗಿತ್ತ ಆಗ ಸಂಜೆಯಾಗಿತ್ತ ನೆಲದ ಅಂಚಿಗೆ ಮಂಜಿನ ಮುಸುಕು ಹೆಂಗೋ ಬಿದ್ದಿತ್ತ ಗಾಳಿಗೆ ಬೆಳಕಿದಿತ್ತ ಗಾಳಿಗೆ ಬೆಳಕಿದಿತ್ತ many songs.
Sangeeta ji, behind your mesmerizing performances, I can see a lot of compassion and patriotism. You have honored the souls of Kargil and Pulwama. You have even gone to an extent of composing a stirring song on the Pulwama attack. And Vande Mataram has been hugely honored and very popular in India. So how do you feel when you sing such patriotic songs?
I should say this is a wonderful, most beautiful question you asked me. And words fail to answer this because sky is the limit. Like how you can say, Bhumer kariyasi mata स्वर्गादुच्च तरफ पिता जननी जन्मभूमिश्च स्वर्गादपि गरीयसी स्वर्गादपि गरीयसी स्वर्गादपि गरीयसी जननी जन्मभूमिश्च स्वर्गादपि गरीयसी. I feel so proud for being an Indian. Right from my childhood, I have something, which binds me, which binds my heart and soul, and it pulls towards the naksha of our country. I love to travel, and I love to travel in the remotest corner of our country first. And I find it so beautiful, so aesthetic. Along with the rich cultural heritage, there is so much of positivity, there is so much of goodness, there is so much of oneness. It's always said unity in diversity. There is, yes, unity in diversity. So I am so proud that I'm born here. I'm a very proud Indian. And probably, again, let me come to this statement that you are destined to be what you are, what you do. Even before Vande Mataram. So probably, Vande Mataram I used to sing right from my, because I started very young. It was not new, everybody used to sing that. But I think
It's really
happened.
such a powerful and popular song which has touched the
It
heart
happened
of all
in the
Indians.
year 2001 when AICC plenary session was going on in Bangalore. It was a huge rally, huge address by around more than 5,000 cabinet ministers and all. And I was supposed to do the invocation in the year 2001, March, 7th March if I'm right. So the stage, the main stage where all the ministers were gracing the function, it was much far from what the stage. Since Sonia ji was there was a big tight security, as you know. So I was standing much far from her, like in a gallery here from the main stage, but we could see the whole stage. Then when the name was announced that the rally, the address is going to start with an invocation by Sangeeta Katti, then I started with the alap, and I started with Vande Mataram and just closed my eyes. There were only 3 musicians with me, one keyboard, one rhythm pad and one tabla. And I don't know what happened. It went on and on and on, and everybody stood up, the whole cabinet stood up. And madam dekh rahi thi ki abhi khatam hoga, abhi khatam hoga, abhi khatam. But it was, I think for 12 minutes
Okay.
I didn't even know. I didn't even guess the time. Then the commissioner, Kannada culture, Ramamurthy, K.C. Ramamurthy sir, he came. He said, Sangeeta, stop it. Then I did some tarana and tihai. But that time I had sung only the first stanza. But I had made it so much of Rag Desh classical with all my tarana and sargam, sasare regam. So it was totally in it. That I never planned to sing.
It is a 4-minute song. You must.
Yeah, I would just prolong with my, Rag Desh came into mind, and Vande, 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 the patriotism. Jaag utha. I just closed my eyes and performed it. It would run for 12 minutes. Afterwards, I realized that I had taken a lot of time because I was given just 5 minutes. But then it's all history. After that, on every session, on every gathering, any function, whether it is state function or national function, I would be invited to just present Vande Mataram. So that became,
If you can.
yeah. They gave me a name also. The anchors, they used to call me Vande Mataram Sangeeta, please come here. So after that, I think in the year, I thank Doordarshan for giving me this opportunity. They asked me, I think this was in the year 2014. But before that, all leaders had, I had the privilege to sing before P.V. Narasimha Rao ji, Vajpayee ji, even Rajiv Gandhi. So I used to go there and sing Vande Mataram and come back. That was my program. But in the year 2014, if I'm right, I was given a big opportunity to record it. And then I thought, why shouldn't I record all the stanzas? And I requested our Doordarshan director then here, Bangalore, because the order was from Delhi. And it was conveyed by Dr. Mahesh Joshi. Then I requested him, sir, I want to record the full. Sangeeta, you're given only 5 minutes. This is going to be played on the Republic Day and all national festivals, parade. So time, tumba important, it's very important, you should cut short. I said, as short as possible, I'll do it, but let us record all the stanzas. Okay, I'll do it. So I thank Doordarshan for giving me the opportunity. And it was recorded. The first time it was, I should say this, because the first time on January 26th, it was played in the morning at 6:30 a.m.
It was in the year 2014.
14, yeah. 14, it was recorded in August. Yeah. 2014 only. So the first, I was in, I had a performance in Sagar, some village near Sagar, Shimoga. That was a classical performance, all-night classical festival. My session was in the morning. I finished my morning raga concert and I was traveling back to Bangalore. Exactly at 6:45, I received a call from an unknown number. I just simply picked it up. Amma, I heard a voice, a bass voice. Good morning. Amma, Nanamma, Balu.
Oh, yes, me. Okay.
Sangeeta na? Guru Garu, he said. Early morning he calls me.
Yeah.
Amma, just now I heard your Vande Mataram. I thought it was you. And I waited for the caption and lastly your name appeared. I was jumping with joy. But enta channagi hadini amma. So my day is made and you are so blessed. See, isse badkar koi aashirwad ho sakta hai? I'm so blessed, from the maestro, he calls me and he says, you have done the best. I'm so much happy I'm so happy and I'm so emotional listening to your Vande Mataram. I said, Sarthaka, I thought it was, I'm the most blessed. So Vande Mataram, since then, it is everybody's Vande Mataram, but very dear to my heart and soul. And being a proud Indian, I definitely, even in the US, even abroad, in any country I go, they make me sing Vande Mataram.
They want you to
They
sing.
want me to sing. So that is all divine blessings of my Guru and God's grace.
Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, सुजलां सुफलां मलयज शीतलां सस्यश्यामलां मातरं वन्दे मातरं वन्दे मातरं वन्दे मातरम् शुभ्रज्योत्स्नां पुलकितयामिनीं फुल्लकुसुमित द्रुमगलशोभिनीं सुहासिनीं सुमधुरभाषिणीं सुखदां वरदां मातरं वन्दे मातरं Mataram. A flag or Bharat Mata should be like this. So I end with Sa and I go to the Tar set. It just comes. I don't plan anything. So some unseen energy works above all. Provided you should keep. यहाँ पे खाली रहना जरूरी है. यहाँ पे अगर भर के रखेंगे, हाँ, यहाँ पे अगर भरा रहेगा ना, तो there is no place to learn because there is so much to learn. So when I look back, if you ask me that people appreciate you so much and all, vagara, 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 I feel when one appreciation I receive, oh my God, such a big person. And I can never forget singing Vande Mataram before APJ Abdul Kalam Sahab. Abdul Kalam Sahab, Dr. APJ Kalam, he had, he was honored with the Basavashri award here from the government of Karnataka. That happened in the Vidhan Sauda. So again, I was there to sing the invocation, Vande Mataram. I stood up and I was just singing like, Aag bante, gaate gayi. And after the Tarana portion came, there was Pandit Rajendra Nakurji on tabla. He was just telling Sangeeta ji, Sangeeta ji, Sangeeta ji. I heard him, but I was still doing that Tarana portion, no, Vande karke. So then I just saw that, Sangeeta ji, Sangeeta ji. I just looked at him, Sahibro. And what is he saying? I just turned back and I see Kalam Sahab just standing in front of me.
He is also a musician.
Yeah.
He was playing Rudraveena.
He was a great musician, in fact, and he used to understand music. He was a musicologist also.
Yes.
And all the way from the chair where he was sitting, quite, I think, at least some 100 steps. The stage was big. It was outside Vidhan Sauda. So, from there, all the way he walked. And unke piche unka security, the guards, all walked. All the way he had walked. He didn't even ask anybody. He didn't even tell anyone. He was so emotional. He was so immersed with that composition, Vande Mataram. Not that I am singing, but the composition itself is so rich and it is so much aesthetical and it's so much filled with bhakti towards our nation. He got so emotional. He just walked all those 100 steps. Yeah. And I stay and I just opened my eyes. I just saw Kalam Sahab. You sing so nice. Then I stopped, You sing so nice. Yeah. What's your name? He said. I said, I just did namaskar. I said, my name is Sangeeta Katti Kulkarni. I'm a Hindustani class. I'm also a musician. He said. I said, I'm so blessed today. I have never heard such Vande Mataram before. You have given a brilliant Vande Mataram. May God bless you. So, see, such blessings carry forward, for all the good things in life. This is the karma which we have done something good in the past. Otherwise, it won't happen. So I thoroughly believe.
Thank you, Sangeeta Katti, for sharing your invaluable experiences, your insight and in-depth knowledge of your music with spark igniting minds. It was wonderful talking to you.
I'm extremely grateful to my family for their tremendous support, especially my children who never said, where are you, mommy? What time are you coming home? So my journey has been blissful. and it has been very comfortable without my family.
So I thank my parents, I thank all my gurus, I thank my fans, I thank my admirers, I thank my co-musicians who have supported me throughout, and I thank my critics who have made me learn new things. If somebody writes something, overnight I don't sleep and start working for it. क्यों नहीं आता? क्यों नहीं है? So that seek is always there, which my gurus had given me. And thank you, madam, so much that you brought my soul. You know, a lot of things I wanted to speak, someday, sometime, someplace, and you made it possible.